Tamra Judge breaks down talking about quitting RHOC. Critics blast validity of her words. It's been a week for Tamra Judge after she quit The Real Housewives of Orange County amid season 19 filming. The week kicked off with Tamra sharing an Instagram story alluding to being done with the show. Later, she confirmed via social media that her time on RHOC was over, at least for now. Tamra addressed the hot topic on her 2Ts in a podcast, with guest host Dolores Catania filling in for Teddi Mellencamp. Instead of shying away from her abrupt exit from The Real Housewives of Orange County, Tamra opted to speak about it. However, the trolls aren't buying what she's selling. Tamra Judge breaks down talking about quitting RHOC. Dolores was first to bring up what was going on with Tamra, giving her an out if she didn't want to talk about it. Tamra teared up as she began to tell her story. "I think I just hit a wall," she said, "like there's so much going on in my life, and I don't know. I mean, between therapy and Teddi, and some other personal things I'm going through, I just hit a wall." The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills alum Teddi Mellencamp is one of Tamra's best friends. Teddi has been battling cancer since last month, and last month, she revealed she had to have emergency brain surgery to remove several tumors. Tamra didn't go into specifics about the other things happening in her life, but she did discuss her mindset that led her to quit RHOC. "I feel like I am in a full depressed mode," Tamra expressed. Dolores showed Tamra sympathy as she reminded listeners that they are all human. Despite being on TV, reality stars are people who also have real feelings and emotions. "I feel like I just can't pull myself out of the funk, and I'm usually pretty good at just pulling myself out. And I've been saying it for a while now. I just can't pull myself out of this. I can't pull myself out of this," she spilled. Tamra added that Teddi's fight and going through therapy broke her down. The Bravo star admitted to being nervous going into filming season 19 of The Real Housewives of Orange County because of therapy and her personal issues. Tamra is unsure about her future on RHOC. Monsters and critics reported that Andy Cohen spoke on the subject and had a message for all the haters. Speaking of the trolls, they were out in full force to respond to Tamra sharing her story when the Instagram account @BravoSnarkside shared a clip from the podcast. Critics blast validity of Tamra Judge's words. The comments section of the post was filled with remarks coming for Tamra for making Teddi's health crisis about her. "I question the validity of anything coming out of her mouth and don't have sympathy for someone who picked a show over their relationship with their daughter and thought it was cool to get Gretchen naked wasted with her shady son," read a remark. One critic criticized Tamra for using Teddi's illness as an excuse, while Teddi's own family isn't using her crisis in the same manner. There were several comments hating on Tamra for making other people's problems about her. One critic even suggests that Eddie Judge is leaving her, and that's one of her personal issues. Many were not surprised by Tamra's behavior, saying it was simply how she had always been. Tamra Judge has spoken out after she abruptly quit The Real Housewives of Orange County. Don't count Tamra out, though, when it comes to returning to the show. Something tells us Tamra just needs a break and will be back soon. Tamra Judge, the ever-fiery and unfiltered personality of The Real Housewives of Orange County, found herself in an emotional whirlwind as she broke down discussing her future on the show. With tears glistening in her eyes, her voice cracked as she admitted that leaving the franchise was something she had deeply contemplated, perhaps more than she ever let on. For years, Tamra had built her identity around being the tough-talking, take-no-prisoners reality TV star who could go toe-to-toe with anyone. But even warriors grow weary, and in a heart-wrenching moment, she let her guard down. "I don't know if I can keep doing this," she confessed in an emotional interview. "It's taken a toll on me, my family, my friendships. It's just a lot." For longtime fans, this admission seemed shocking. After all, Tamra had survived some of the show's most brutal battles, betrayals, divorces, and friendships imploding on camera. She was the last person anyone expected to waver, but reality television has a way of chipping away at even the toughest exteriors. However, the moment wasn't without controversy. The internet wasted no time in weighing in, with critics blasting the validity of her breakdown. Was this genuine emotion, or just another well-calculated move in the ever-spinning world of reality TV? Some skeptical viewers took to social media, calling her tearful confession a ploy for sympathy. Others accused her of testing the waters to gauge fan reactions before making any real decisions. "This is classic Tamra," wrote one critic on X, formerly known as Twitter. "She plays the victim when it suits her and the villain when it benefits her. She's not leaving. She's just making sure we all beg her to stay." Another critic chimed in, "Tamra doesn't walk away from drama. She is the drama. There's no way she's actually quitting." Yet there were those who genuinely sympathized with her. "People don't realize how exhausting reality TV can be," one fan posted. "It's not just cameras in your face. It's constant scrutiny, never-ending drama, and your whole life being judged by strangers. If she needs to leave for her own sanity, let her." Whether her tears were authentic or strategically placed, one thing was clear: Tamra Judge had the entire RHOC fandom talking. Some speculated that this was a power move, perhaps a way to renegotiate her contract or ensure a storyline for the next season. Others saw it as a genuine cry for help, a rare glimpse at the woman behind the perfectly curated Bravo persona. Tamra, never one to let critics have the last word, eventually fired back at the doubters. "I don't fake my emotions," she insisted in an Instagram live session. "If I say I'm struggling, it's because I'm struggling. I know some people think I'm playing games, but this isn't a game to me. This is my real life." Despite her protests, the skepticism continued to swirl. After all, reality TV is built on blurred lines between authenticity and performance. Tamra's entire career has been shaped by her ability to navigate those murky waters, crafting a persona that is just real enough to make fans invest, but dramatic enough to keep them watching. The bigger question looming over the controversy is, would RHOC survive without Tamra? Over the years, the franchise has lost several of its power players, and each time, there were whispers that the show might not recover. But Bravo has always found ways to reinvent, revamp, and replace. Could Tamra truly walk away from the machine that made her a household name? Or, like so many housewives before her, would she find herself pulled back in by the allure of the spotlight? As Tamra wrestles with her next move, Bravo executives remain silent, fueling further speculation. Is this a mutual decision? Is the network nudging her out, or is she really, finally, ready to call it quits on her own terms? If this truly is the end of Tamra's RHOC journey, it would mark the conclusion of an era. Love her or hate her, she has been a defining force on the show, a woman who never shied away from confrontation, who reveled in stirring the pot, and who, for better or worse, helped shape the franchise into what it is today. But if history has taught us anything, it's that reality stars rarely fade away quietly. Whether Tamra chooses to stay or go, one thing is certain: we haven't seen the last of her. If not on RHOC, then on another platform, another show, another headline-grabbing venture. Because Tamra Judge is nothing if not a survivor, and survivors always find their way back into the game.